I'm not going to give an active.
Would you call the cops?
Recently, videos have surfaced online of SARS officers harassing people. Now, we do not know if these people are innocent, but the harassment is rather violent. Which brings us to the streets today for Pulse.ng VOX Pop to ask these questions. What is the function of SARS in our society? Do we need a reformation? Are they working as they should? There's so much to talk about concerning this issue. So, Doc Talk is here on your streets to talk to everyone. Let's hear what people have to say, shall we?
Actually, I'm a victim of it, actually. But to my surprise, I had to tell you, they are not doing what they're supposed to do. The criminals out there, they are not doing what's supposed to do. The SARS, call them, the fellow SARS, who they call them SARS, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I can categorically tell you, the SARS know where the arm robber is. They're just picking an innocent soul for no just reason. I just want maybe the CP should just take a stop over it, because most time we can't work on our own. If you are not with your ID card, sometimes you might be going to the office, you might leave your ID card at home, but they will harass you. Even explaining to them, even with your dressing, they will harass you. I don't know the way forward, but I just feel with this impact, it will go to the world, so that we'll tell them we don't want them if possible.
As for me, they are doing their work. That is what they were employed to do, and they are really doing their work fine. And there's nobody has complained that they have been wrongly accused or arrested by SARS. To me, they are on a normal path, the right path.
Well, I feel it's a matter that can't be overflogged well enough, because it's really getting out of hand. Like a case whereby you're not even sure of being safe in your own land, just because you decide to follow a particular fashion trend or use some particular kinds of gadgets, or even decide to spend your own hard-earned money. I mean, it's really fascinating, and basically I just want the administration, that's government, to just do something about it, because if care is not taken, little things like this lead to backlash from the public. And I know that we're very tolerating as Nigerians, that's why we can still, but I feel there's going to be a point whereby they'll push us to, especially the young ones out there, and then there'll be a heavy backlash, and the repercussions will be worse than it is now. So I just love, I know there are people who do illegal things, but at the same time, if you don't have, I mean, it's what they're trained to do. They're trained to be able to spot out the good ones from the bad ones. But the fact that I decide to follow a fashion trend, or use some particular kind of gadgets, or even spend your own money the right way, I mean, they should do some deeper investigations into people. You don't just stop people on the road and accost them and ask them about, I mean, they don't owe you that right. It's a major infringement of our human rights, and I think it has to stop pretty soon.
Talking about SARS harassment, I really don't know much, because I've not had a first-hand experience. However, I'm quite sure that I've heard people complain about SARS harassing them and all that, So, but personally, I've not had a first-hand experience. Thank you.
What I'm saying about our officer or SARS or something like that, although they are doing their job. Police, if they are police, they are doing their job. Everybody says suspects, really. But really, if before you get somebody arrested or to go to your custody or to courts or whatever your custody or this and that, at least you need to do a thoroughly investigation about the person.
I would say it's very bad anyway, because in a country like Nigeria, we have a security system that's supposed to be working towards protecting the interests of the masses and not harassing them. If you go to a country like the United States, they have the police force and other agencies, security agencies. So the way they act there, the way they work there, we should learn from them. Here in Nigeria, a SARSman will come now, maybe something will happen here. They just come and take everybody, both the innocent ones, and they must definitely get somebody who is not innocent among them. But we take everybody, harass them, beat them up, and which is not right. So to me, the way they act is very, very bad. It's not supposed to be done that way.
Well, SARS, we know about the fight against corruption, against crimes, against youthful exuberances. like smoking, drinking, and into theft. So that's what I know about SARS do. And they caught some guys in the University of Lagos when they smoke weed and something like that. They've caught guys like that. So I don't really know anybody who they've caught, but I do hear about it. So that's what I can say.
It's not just about SARS. It's a general problem. It's the whole police system. When I look at it, it's like, who are these policemen? Who are these people we put there? The ones who hold the guns you see on the street roaming about, where did they actually come from? Did they have any training before being, did they have any training, any formal training? Let's say they went to primary schools, okay, that's acceptable. Then did they go to secondary school? Did they go to universities? Did they even have passion for that, first of all?
I think the whole SARS issue is part of the endemic problem in Nigeria. These police people, they have families, they have people they take care of. Then there's also issue of the orientation. What do people who go into the police force, what do they learn? What kind of orientation are they given? What kind of training are they given? How should they treat citizens of the country? So I believe these are things we should go back to. We should go back to the root of the problem. That's from the foundation, the training, recruitment and everything. And also we should deal with corruption, because if these people are paid, if these people are well paid, it's easier to do their job.
I have not. Well, I have a couple of friends who have experience about it. Though I've not gone to the station before. I've been to the station, maybe one case or the other. I've not been harassed by them anyway. But I've been to the offices when I was in Enugu State. So to bail out a friend who was being harassed, and he was accused wrongly. And before we could go to the station, they've beaten him up, they've broken one of his legs, which is very, very bad. The police are not supposed to be acting that way.
Sometimes they look into the vulnerable guys or sometimes they might genuinely want to get to meet some other guys that are doing fraudulent art, but sometimes it just happens. Sometimes maybe the need to make more money sometimes could push them to harassing any other person they see on the streets. So it might probably not necessarily mean that they want to harass anybody.
I'm a victim. They said I'm dressing as if I'm a Yahoo guy because I was wearing short knicker that day. I'm present. Then we were on strike because I work in Federal Ministry of Health. I said, okay, I want to buy a drug for a patient. I was even showing them a prescription that I want to buy a drug. They said, no, I'm a Yahoo. They had to take me to their station. Even now for the prescription, I work in Federal Union Psychiatric Hospital. I had to tell them this is where I work, this is where I work, before they had to leave me. But then they've already collected my phones, the money I have.
I've had issues with police. I've not gotten arrested before, but I've had issues with police, and it was over trivial things like how I was dressed or the kind of haircuts, trivial issues that don't really make any sense. So I believe the government has a big part to play in this issue.
Okay, it was pretty funny. I was going to deposit some money for my mom at the bank next to our house, and I saw their boss quite alright, but I just, I was casually dressed. I was still in school then, so, and then the man stopped me and he was like, and I was like, yeah. He said, can I see your phone? And I told him no. And he said, you have to follow me to the van. And I told him I can't. On whose authority, on whose order? I think fortunately for him, his senior officer came and I was like, don't you know it's disrespectful? I said no, that they have no right to search my phone and to do this. And they were actually trying to drag me in, but then passers-by came, and I think another thing is for people to be able to be conscious of their environment. I mean, I shouted, I created a scene, I attracted people's attention to the fact that, look, these guys, they've been standing here probably extorting so many people before them, and people were like, yes, what did I do? You can't look through my phone, and it's not right. And they left me because they saw that it was getting too long. Maybe I was lucky, maybe if people didn't come, I would have just, so that's just it.
As a security agency, they are not supposed to harass lawful citizens. So I read about it, I don't have a first-hand information about that. That's just it.
I think SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, it's been meant for criminals, robbery case alone. That's what they're supposed to be doing. So if they should, for me, I think they are going beyond their bound. The things that they are doing are beyond their bound, which is not right.
Like the full meaning, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Now, if you define robbery, that's the use of harmful weapons to forcefully extort someone from their property. Not people that are working on their own, posing no threats. Now they are meant to, their work is, their job is to be called if there's an incidence of robbery or crime that can be carefully proven, that has been truly proven that yes, this crime occurred. Not the ones that they don't know anything about, they don't know you from anywhere, they just see you and oh, you are a suspect. So I believe that's their function.
The people that are employed in order to monitor the activity be going in the surrounding environment, and if there's anybody involve himself in any illegal activities, it is a duty of exercise in order to put the person into order. You are getting it. So that is what they are for.
I don't think the way they organize themselves for me isn't the appropriate way. I don't think they are well coordinated for the job they try to carry out. I don't think they are well coordinated for it.
If the function of SARS is to treat those people that are armed robbers, the real armed robbers, not coming to the street and doing what they are not supposed to do.
Immoral people, the people that are troubling the country, the people that are not legal, the people that are illegal, that involve themselves in illegal activities, that the people being arrested by SARS.
Walking on the road, on the street, mere looking at person, you will show the kind of person you are or you him. You understand me? Some people, they are dressing, the way they walk, the way they do in an area, in a street or in a bus stop, you show that this person is not a responsible person. Some of time dressing, some of time dressing, you look a kind of person. Like a ladies now, look the way you dress now. Somebody cannot meet you on the street and look at this, this one is a prostitute.
No, I cannot be a SARS officer. I can't. They are armed robbers. They are part of armed robbers. They are doing they're like an armed robber. They are not SARS. They are doing the work of armed robbers. Why will a SARS? I met a SARS the other day, was putting on a earring, and you call yourself a SARS. You are not supposed to put on earring. You're supposed to dress a decent so that somebody will look up to you. I saw a SARS man putting on a earring. Is that supposed to be a SARS?
No, nobody. There's nobody. There's nobody. Nobody that I know of. No, nobody. Even the police, common police, nobody. I mean, it's so bad. It's tarnished the whole image of the entire police system.
I wouldn't be a SARS officer, and I wouldn't advise any of my relation or friend to be a SARS officer, because the causes people rain on them will definitely affect. If you don't affect them, it will affect their generations to come.
Why not? I mean good for my society, so I should aspire to be one.
I see, I have told you, I went to university to study mechanical engineering. I don't like anything military.
Well, the role of the government is to carefully assess and take right mitigations, because it is getting out of hand. Call the police chiefs to order. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, is it until one of their own children or close family member fall victim before they will know? I don't know. I mean, it's funny. So their job is to assess and make sure that the safety of the citizens come first before any other. I mean, who knows?
I advise the government to scrap it generally. They should just take it off. They should take it off, really. Look for another means of doing it. They're under the police force, so the police force should know what they will do to get criminals out of the society, to get the bad eggs out of the society. But they should scrap SARS totally. SARS are going beyond that bound. It's very, very bad.
Like I said earlier, government should just reform the policing system in Nigeria. They need a total overhaul, not a total overhaul. New reformation of the police system is what we need in Nigeria.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The streets have spoken and you have listened. Now it is your turn to voice your opinion and let us know what you think about SARS, the harassment going on, and how the government can help stop this. Let us know in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. I'm your girl, Doc Chalk, and this has been Pulse TV Vox Pop.
I'm not going to give one like this. Would you call the cops?